White House and social media influencers want you to know Antifa is real.
That Antifa is a real thing. That Antifa is a real thing.
Antifa is real?
Antifa is real.
Well, I even think I got a little more attractive after I got...
It was the White House sanctioned Antifa Roundtable. So obviously they're going to discuss the most pressing and dangerous issues facing America today.
And President Trump, you mentioned that flag. So remember, you put out a truth right after
That's right. I saw that.
took this flag from that man that was burning it in the street.
I saw it. Do you know who he is?
Oh yeah, I know exactly who it is.
So why don't you give it to Pam? Give it to the Attorney General, and let's start prosecutions. And at least that horrible night made you famous. Right? You got
He was
something.
already
I got a text from the President of the United States, so I appreciate that.
We're going to bring the full weight of the federal government to bear. I was told by probably a dozen people not to tell you this. I'm living proof that you can recover from TDS. I had strong Trump derangement syndrome for probably 8 years. It's much better to not have TDS. I'm happier, I'm healthier, more successful. I even think I got a little more attractive after I got rid of my Trump derangement syndrome. Yes. Frankly, I could not care any less what any of you have to say about this meeting. Could not care any less. We're not here for you.
You have Americans begging for the National Guard. And to the media over here, please report on the truth. Please do your jobs. I'm an American citizen. Everybody at this table simply views ourselves as American citizens who have an iPhone and the will to actually tell the truth. So please take your job seriously and tell the truth to the American people.
All right, serious question. What is the most powerful, well-funded, highly organized criminal terrorist organization on American soil? Who has the ability to threaten and back those threats by taking your house, freezing your bank accounts, and throwing you into a cage? I'll give you a hint. It's not Antifa. A couple days ago, the White House conducted an Antifa roundtable where they invited about a dozen social media influencers who have been and will continue to be propagandists for the left versus right paradigm political divide. And they met not to get rid of the most powerful and dangerous terrorist organization known to man, not to get the government's mass surveillance off our backs or institute sound money or eliminate the income or property taxes. And they definitely didn't meet to put an end to the largest human trafficking and pedophile ring operating out of and controlling most of the politicians in Washington's District of Criminals. Isn't that right, cross-eyed Cash? Nope, these smug, well-connected, and well-paid social media influencers met with the president to talk about Antifa. And lest some dumbass out there say something stupid like, "What are you for Antifa now, Brian? What's up with you? You don't want Donald Trump and the current administration to get rid of Antifa?" We all agree that it's wrong to flip cars, burn tires, launch Molotov cocktails, break into businesses, cause riots, and commit crimes. But all this is made possible and is fomented by, and a lot of times is organized by government officials who created the problem in the first place. Remember the Hegelian dialectic: problem, reaction, solution. The government creates or co-opts a problem, waits for the fear-based reaction, which is usually, "Oh, government, please come and save us." And then they step in to provide the pre-planned solution that they had waiting in the wings the entire time because the whole thing is their plan, wrought by the social engineers and the psychological operators. I mean, look what Trump tweeted yesterday about Biden's FBI infiltrating the J6ers. You think that's not happening with Antifa? What if Antifa as a terrorist organization was created by the US government so that this right here can happen? Please, government, make more laws so that we can be more free, which historically never happens. So I've compiled sound bites of all the times that these bought and paid for shills said Antifa. Can you imagine the changes we could actually make if they started talking about the IRS, the Federal Reserve, and the elimination of property taxes and income tax? Just insert Federal Reserve or IRS every time you hear the word Antifa.
Radicals associated with the domestic terror group, Antifa. Approximately a dozen Antifa-aligned militants, Antifa thugs, Antifa-inspired terror. Antifa has organized riotous mobs. These are paid anarchists.
What you talking about? Paid anarchists.
Victims of Antifa attacks, beaten by Antifa thugs, Antifa radical. We're going after Antifa criminals.
Antifa is a domestic left-wing terrorist organization. Antifa, the Antifa thugs. Antifa feels empowered. Crack down on Antifa, protect ICE officers from Antifa with Antifa. Of Antifa as a terrorist organization.
Focusing on Antifa and the terrorists that they are, threat that Antifa is, helping Antifa that are Antifa members, founders of Antifa, network of Antifas.
Antifa terrorists. Covering for Antifa.
That Antifa is a real thing. That Antifa is a real thing. Still assaulted by Antifa. To dismantle Antifa once and for all.
It's Antifa and many others, unfortunately.
Yes.
There are many others, bad ones. Most have been named terrorist organizations. Today it's Antifa, and it's really bad.
Antifa protest turned riot. Described Antifa member acknowledging Antifa, an Antifa cell in San Diego. Antifa
is real. Antifa has been around in various iterations. Antifa circles of Antifa and studied Antifa.
Antifa is real. What Antifa's been doing to Antifa, it's not even just Antifa anymore.
Designating Antifa a terrorist group is exactly what this group is. Been infiltrating Antifa cells. Antifa uses extreme political violence. 20 Antifa militants in Antifa safe house. Antifa affiliated protesters by Antifa. These Antifa militants.
Antifa feels emboldened to attack us. Reporting on Antifa, he's been surrounded by Antifa members. Antifa has been wreaking havoc on law-abiding and innocent American citizens, and it needs to end. As Antifa chapters that are embedded in our universities by
Antifa boots on the ground, Antifa organizations, Antifa types, Antifa here in the United States, surrounded by Antifa, a member of Antifa who said he would smoke me.
Saying no longer just Antifa. It's not just Antifa.
On Antifa or many of the other groups. You know, you're talking about Antifa, and I know that's close to your heart because that's the one that's most affecting you, but there are others that are as bad or almost as bad as Antifa, having to do with different people, different sections of the world.
Antifa is heavily embedded in the homeless and housing nonprofit sector. In many cases, the homeless industrial complex is running cover for Antifa. Antifa is benefiting from American tax dollars, and they're essentially being used as the muscle. Antifa militants, Antifa and working with Antifa, connected to Antifa.
Antifa members with Antifa. I've personally witnessed Antifa assaulting hundreds of police officers. When Antifa
is terrible, but you have other groups that I guess probably are almost as bad or just as bad. Antifa is Antifa.
Antifa as a graspable entity. Antifa, Rose City Antifa. They call themselves Antifa. Antifa land. Or Antifa is an idea.
Antifa?
I guarantee you that all these social media suck-ups like James Klug, Nick Shirley, Jack Posobiec, Andy No, and all the rest of them, because they've received an invitation from the President of the United States, because they were treated as VIPs in the White House, because they've received a lifetime worth of praise from the top authorities in this administration, and God knows what else, never expect these people who've gotten a pat on the back from the President of the United States to ever be critical in any way toward the president or his administration. Never expect them to talk about the Palantir In-Q-Tel link. Never expect them to report on the fact that J.D. Vance is bought and paid for by Palantir's Peter Thiel. Don't expect criticism of flock security cameras or predictive policing, biometric surveillance, or the erosion of our privacy rights. And definitely don't expect them to criticize in any substantive way the nation of Israel and their influence on all of Washington's district of criminals. And just as concerning, expect these people to continue covering for a pedo ring administration that's currently involved in the most massive and shameful cover-up of disgusting perversion in the history of mankind. The powers that shouldn't be know that when those who are perceived as the highest authorities in the land bring people like these influencers into the fold, their societal status gets a boost, their fame and monetary gain increases, their pride explodes, their eyes are blinded, and they become submissive, unquestioning mouthpieces, sycophants, and propagandists for those in power who patted them on the head and told them they were good little boys and girls. Those who run this administration and every administration, whether Democrat or Republican, are evil. They're not here for you. They hate America. They hate Americans. They're doing evil things, and they're doing the bidding of even more powerful and evil people. And to sit at the table with them and participate in calling for more laws, a stronger federal government, and swift action is to be played like a dime store instrument. The true essence of tyranny is the dutiful enforcement of all laws, regardless of who it hurts or how much. They're not just going after Antifa. They're going to go after everybody who questions the government. The more corrupt the state, the more numerous the laws. And all of these social media influencers are calling for the Trump administration to create more laws which will make us less free. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comments section below. What do you think about these sellout social media influencers who've gotten the red carpet treatment from a White House who continues to cover for the largest pedophile ring in American history? I mean, seriously, could you sit at this table while you continue to shine the shoes and lick the boots of the authorities who haven't made one arrest on the entire documents list of the Epstein files, who won't even talk about the fact that the Trump administration is no different from the Biden administration and that we've given boatloads of money to Israel, plus armaments and equipment to blow up people in Gaza? Leave your thoughts in the comments and I'll see you in the next video. This is a crazy, crazy world.